My name is David Lenga. I am a Holocaust survivor, and I'm also an Auschwitz survivor. I had a good life, just like you have a good life. I had a father and a mother and a brother and a wonderful family, and my father was well-to-do. We lived in a beautiful place, and we went on vacations. We had all the good things life had to offer, just like you. And then suddenly, everything changed. I happened to have been on a streetcar on an errand when the sirens started blaring. An armada of German attack planes descended very low on the city and indiscriminately machine-gunned the population below. And a river of blood appeared in front of me. Panic set in. People were running for their lives. Body parts were flying, and I, 11 years old, was witnessing this horror. I could not possibly understand what is happening all around me. My father knew already what was going on, that Poland was attacked, because he heard it in the radio, and he became very somber. He sat me down and my youngest brother and my mom, and he told us in no uncertain terms, I want you to understand that what we have witnessed right now is the beginning of the darkest time in Jewish history. We don't know what's coming next, but we have to stick together for as long as we can and hope for the best. I was left alone. Everyone in my family was murdered. I didn't know where to turn. I was bewildered. I was totally at a loss. What is going to happen to me? Even though under the time of freedom, where I was already a free person, I didn't know what to do with my life. I, like every survivor, was a broken person in so many ways and scarred to the core. It was very painful to go back to that time and that place and to relive the horrors. But I made a conscious decision early on, and where I got this wisdom, I'm not quite sure, but I made a decision that I will not let my dark past determine my future. I did not want this to be the identifier of me. And I went on with my life, and I rebuilt it, literally from the ashes. I got married early. I fell in love with a beautiful girl also from Czechoslovakia. She was a survivor. We had 3 children. And now we have 7 grandchildren and 7 great-grandchildren. And as they were growing up, I just felt a tremendous need to share my story, at least with them. And so I opened up and I spoke to them, to my family, that at least they should know what happened to me. We were taken on cattle cars just like this you see here. We were loaded up and we were traveling for days on end, it seemed, without food, without toilet. I experienced a sight where people were actually dying of starvation. Bodies were thrown on lorries, driven not by horses, but by other men. And they were buried in mass graves, and there were no trace left behind them. When evil rises on the horizon, and you see it, as an individual person, you cannot afford to be a bystander and just turn your sight the other way. And only because these museums exist and these exhibits exist, do the people of this world, are they able to be confronted with it? And all this is documented, and it is proven, and it is undeniable.